Good morning. Today is Friday, September 7th. My name is Bonnie Flint. I'm running for the Utah House of Representatives and I need your vote. There are only 60 days left until the elections. Please spread the word and get your friends and neighbors to also know about me and to follow me here on my Facebook page, on Twitter, on YouTube, or on my own page at www.bonnie4ut.com. Yesterday we started talking about health care. I introduced you to the topic of obesity and the impact that obesity has on providing affordable, effective health care for everyone in our nation. It's a tough issue to tackle when we talk about individual rights versus what's better for everyone in the country, or even everyone in our state. Today I want to talk to you about something else, something positive, some good things that are happening in Utah due to health care reform. I want to provide you with a possible scenario of health care in a small business in Utah. Imagine you work for this small business and it has 50 employees. The business owner shops around and finds the best insurance for his or her business needs, then tells you and the other employees that Plan X is now your insurance. Because you're a small company, the health of each person in that company plays a large part in how costly the insurance will be. Then imagine that your company, like others, has 45 of its 50 employees who are relatively healthy. They exercise, eat right, don't smoke, and are not obese. Then let's talk about the other 5 employees. These 5 have health care issues that are driving up the cost of insurance for each of you. One may have cancer and you're completely understanding and sympathetic. One has a disabled child and you are very understanding and sympathetic. But what about the other 3 who may have health issues related to their lifestyle choices? Choices like smoking, bad eating habits, obesity. Of course you're their colleague and friend, and you try not to let that bother you, but in the back of everyone's minds you all know that the majority of you are paying higher premiums because of this. This may seem like a weird scenario, but it is the reality of small businesses. The number of payers into the system is small. There is not a broad base to absorb extra costs. It affects each person in a big way. If you were in a large corporation with thousands of employees, there would be a larger pool of healthy employees and the actions of a few would be felt less. This leads to today's topic, which is, what is the state of Utah doing to reform health care? With these things in mind, today I want to talk to you about some reform that is going on in the state of Utah when it comes to health care and tell you about some of the brilliant people behind it. This summer I've been able to meet with some really great people as I've run my campaign. People who are willing to sit with me and talk with me and tell me about things that are going on, things that are important to them, and things that are important to our citizens. 2 of these people are Wesley Smith and Natalie Gochner, both with the Salt Lake Chamber. Wesley works with business owners, and Natalie is the chief economist. They've been very instrumental also in Prosperity 2020, which I've told you about. One of the great things that they've been working on, however, is the Utah Health Exchange. The Utah Healthcare Exchange was started way back in 2005 when our governor was John Huntsman Jr. Of course, you probably know that I am a huge John Huntsman Jr. fan. I worked with him very closely. I was on his International Education Committee and on his World Languages Council. I'm still on those committees and councils today, but with a different governor. At the time, there were only 2 states who were working on reforming healthcare. One was Utah. The other was Massachusetts by its then governor, Mitt Romney. Both men advocated a mandate that required everybody to buy insurance, an idea that originated in a conservative think tank. But Mr. Huntsman in Utah subsequently dropped that idea, whereas Mr. Romney held on to it. Since then, and unexpectedly, the notion of mandates has become toxic in conservative circles. Utah also decided that government subsidies should play no part in its reform, whereas the one in Massachusetts was based on them. Thus, Mr. Romney's plan became, more or less, the basis for Obamacare, whereas Utah started seeing its plan as a free market alternative. So the Utah Health Exchange is decidedly not Romneycare or Obamacare, but what is it? The Utah Healthcare Exchange is a place where the uninsured and those who work for small businesses in Utah can go and purchase insurance. The uninsured can purchase it with their own funds. Those who work for small businesses can purchase it with pre-tax dollars provided by their employer. This is a huge benefit not just for the uninsured and those who work for small businesses, but also for the small business owners who are now able to attract and keep the best employees. They can predetermine how much they're going to spend on insurance, let their employees know that. Then the employees log on to the website of the insurance exchange, look at all the plans and options available, pick the one that best suits their needs, and purchase it with those pre-tax dollars. Another great benefit of the exchange is transparency. This puts the consumer in the driver's seat. They know exactly what they're purchasing, exactly what they're getting, and how much it costs. Another thing I really like about the healthcare exchange is its portability. If you move from one employer to another and both are in the exchange, you can take your insurance with you. That might not be that big of a deal now while the exchange is still small, but this exchange is now ready to explode. Not only will it be providing healthcare for small business owners and for those who are unemployed, but soon it will be opening its doors to everyone, to those in large businesses as well. Imagine how great that will be when no matter which company you work for, you're able to take your insurance with you. I think that the healthcare exchange is a wonderful example of how politicians, the business community, and citizens can work together to provide a solution that is best for everyone. And I'm a huge fan of applauding things when they go right. I think in politics too often we tend to just criticize and forget to look for the things that really do go right. I'm very proud of the legislators and of John Huntsman Jr. and of the business leaders who saw this as an opportunity to work together and really make change for Utah well ahead of the curve of what's going on in the country. This is not Obamacare or Romneycare. This is something just right for Utah. It's a precursor to those. It's a better version of those. And it's an example of doing things right. I'm glad I had a chance to talk to you today about something that I'm so excited about. I'll see you here tomorrow.